Hey everyone, and Happy New Year's Eve, or if you're from the other side of the world, then I guess you're already in 2021. And since it is the end of the year, or start of the new year, I want to go over my wish list and some predictions for Marvel Strike Force, and maybe, looking back at this later, perhaps even some of these might make the character roster for 2021. I will be doing this in my PowerPoint format, since that was the easiest way to organize my thoughts with so many potential characters coming down the line, but hopefully we can go through it together and make some sense of it. So, without further ado, let's get this show started. Alright, and so I hope I'm not in the way too much here. I think I'm just covering my own my own logo here, so that's alright. So this is basically my character wish list for 2021 and a couple of predictions that I think might be likely to come to the game. And I probably missed a few. There's tons of characters that we're probably going to be getting in the game. Roughly, I would say between 30 and 40 characters. And looking back at 2020, these are kind of some of the characters that we've had in this year alone. So there was a total of 34. I didn't include Dr. Doom. So of these characters, 13 were bio, 10 were mutant, 5 were skill, 4 were tech, and only 1 mystic character for the entirety of 2020, which was really shocking actually when I went back and looked over it. Of course, that was Ebony Maw, the legendary Black Order member. But yeah, really surprised that we didn't get any more mystic characters, because going through my roster, going through my mystic gear, I have a ton of mystic gear that I haven't even touched, so hopefully there might be some better characters to use into this in 2021. And I made a list of some mystic characters I would like to come to the game, and some that we might see coming to the game as well. So I will be mentioning these characters that I want or hope will come to the game kind of in this order, so bio, mutant, skill, tech, and mystic, as we go through this PowerPoint here. And some of the characters might be mentioned together if they're similar team tags that I think will be there, so they might overlap a little bit. So let's get started here. And so for the first page here, so my bio wish list of 2021. Now, to start things off, we got Blade and Morbius. These are vampire type characters. I'm unsure if they're necessarily going to be bio or Scopely might decide to go with Mystic tag. I think once one comes out, we'll kind of figure out what vampires end up being to them. It could be either or, maybe a mixture. We have Dr. Doom, who is both tech and Mystic, so maybe we might see a combination of characters. I don't know if they do that for regular characters, but I think it's quite interesting that they did that for Doom, so maybe that might open up the case for doing that for regular characters. There was some rumors on Blade earlier on in the year to be possibly included into the Supernatural team. I don't know if this would be the case necessarily for Morbius. I know that there is a Morbius movie down the line, so maybe they might hold him for that, and I don't know if Blade would be coming out with him at all. To be honest, I haven't really looked too much into the movie itself, so if you know more than I do, then please feel free to comment down below. Next on the list is Madam Hydra / Viper. Now, I don't know a ton about her, however, she was in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. as well as another character, and I don't know if this would necessarily come to the game as such, but I think she has a really cool model. I believe she has powers, right? Because I think a lot of the Hydra characters don't necessarily have powers, but I believe she does. This could be another 5th member of the Zemo Hydra team. I wouldn't like a 3rd Hydra team. I think that'd be a bit much, but maybe there might be a way to sort of move characters in and out of the existing sort of Hydra Zemo team. And with Falcon and the Winter Soldier TV show coming out, maybe there might be room for some change there. So we'll have to see if any of these make the list at all. Medusa, Gorgon, or Maximus, the Inhuman Royal Family. I think that they really need to separate Yo-Yo and Quake out of this team to create some sort of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. team, which we will go over later down the line, probably when we get to skill. I believe that's where I have it. And so I'm not sure who's the most likely to make the list here. Obviously, Medusa and Gorgon are kind of like the favorites. I added Maximus because I was playing Marvel's Ultimate Alliance 3 for the Switch, and I know he's in there as well, and he's part of the royal family technically, and he is, but he's a villain type, so I don't know if they would have a villain on a team of basically other heroes. So who knows? And then I have Sandman here. My photos might get a bit clustered because I have like 3 to 4 per page. So I have Sandman down here. Not too much on him, but I think he could be an extra chargeable Sinister Six. I think that eventually at some point, perhaps in 2021, we might see the full chargeable Sinister Six team, because I think that's what they're aiming towards. So an extra 2 characters. Sandman would probably be a protector, I would imagine, and might be a replacement for Rhino. And now that's why I'm kind of reluctant to gear the non-chargeables too high. So I have them sitting at gear tier 12 for me. I don't know if I'm willing to go all the way into the orange level, just in case they do release replacement characters for some of these teams. So let's move on to the next one, and my bio wish list continued is the Young Avengers. Now we have Hulkling, Speed, and Wiccan, who is most likely going to be Mystic, but I wanted to include him here on the same page anyway. So I want these characters to be new characters for the Young Avengers who really need some overhauls and adjustments. I really don't like the way that they released the Young Avengers to begin with, because they had Ms. Marvel, Miles Morales, Squirrel Girl, and America Chavez. Now, of that team, America Chavez is actually the only one to be a true Young Avenger. The rest are kind of really, it's really mixed. Miss Marvel was part of a Champions team. She was also part of this Marvel Rising TV show that was on Disney Plus, and so I don't really know what they were thinking about this. Miles was also part of the Champions, but not part of the Marvel Rising TV show, so I really don't understand what they were planning to do with this. So yeah, I think there might be a possibility of Speed and Wiccan coming to a WandaVision release of sorts, being the Sons of Scarlet Witch and Vision. I believe that's coming out, actually I don't even remember. I know it's coming out in 2021. I don't remember the timeline for the release of that show, but maybe that might happen there. Hulkling was made more popular lately through the Empire comics. If anyone follows the comics at all, he is Emperor Dorek of the Kree Skrull Alliance, so he kind of brings them all together. Would make for a great brawler character, and really the Young Avengers, I want some more of the true Young Avengers, because I was super unhappy with the way they released them. Stature is also out in the game as part of the Pimtech team. They could add that tag, the Young Avenger tag, to her as well, so I would be happy if they actually created more of the Young Avengers characters and allowed them to be on the team properly. Now, moving on to the Mutant Wishlist. This isn't necessarily a wish list as such, but this is rounding out the teams that we know right now and the teams that the characters that are probably likely to be coming. So we have heard that Bishop is probably going to be coming to round out the Astonishing X-Men team. That's alongside Kitty Pryde, Iceman, and Jubilee, and we already have Beast for that team. So I made my feelings quite clear about my thoughts on the Astonishing X-Men. We'll have to wait and see, particularly if Bishop does come to the game, what his kit includes, if it's going to be usable outside the team at all with any of the other characters, and also what the kit for Jubilee is going to be, because frankly, I don't really need another raid team. I'm doing fine just the way I am with my symbiotes team and with my planet, or my backup B team, which is like Thanos and Black Bolt and stuff like that. So I don't think I actually need an Astonishing X-Men team as such, unless some of them have uses outside of raid mode and I could use them there. Now, X-Factor roundout. I'm actually really hyped for X-Factor because we've seen Shatterstar and Longshots. Ugh, I always get those two confused for some reason. Shatterstar and Longshot, their passes are really good. So if we see other characters like that, Richter was teased from the in-game text in the background, and then I think of the ones remaining, I think Havoc and Polaris probably are the most popular and most likely related to Cyclops and Magneto. So Havoc is Cyclops' brother, and Polaris, I believe, is the daughter of Magneto. There are other characters. I was watching the 90s X-Men cartoon recently, and Multiple Man and Strong Guy were also in it, as well as Wolfsbane, but I think probably Havoc and Polaris would make the most sense. I don't think that they would add more than 5 at this time, so I think we're probably looking at Richter and 2 more. So yeah, let me know if you guys think that anyone else is more likely to make the team, but that's my predictions right now. And honestly, I think this has an amazing team potential. I think it's going to be really good. The passes on just the 2 characters alone, I think there is potential for 3 more passives, like on crit passives, to be super insane. So I think this is a team to look out for in the near future. And this is my number 1 wish list for the game is Apocalypse and the 4 Horsemen. Now, I didn't actually make any predictions necessarily for the Horsemen aside from Angel or Archangel, but I think Apocalypse should be an awesome legendary release. That does make another villain mutant though, and we already, in mutant in general, and we already have Phoenix, and then we've had Magneto in terms of mutant legendaries, but I would love to have Apocalypse come to the game. I think that they could use it in a similar fashion to Empowered Thanos, where you have other mutant characters, let's say Angel, and then within the presence of Apocalypse, they turn them into Archangel or the variants of the Four Horsemen. I think that would be really cool. I don't actually know all of the iterations of the different Horsemen, but let me know in the comments down below if you guys have a particular favorite Horseman. I don't, there's been so many variations of them that let me know if there's a favorite of you guys for them, but I think Apocalypse, he could be standalone as well. I would take that too. I think Apocalypse definitely deserves to be in this game, and I think he would be super awesome. Now, my skill wish list for 2021. This is a bit of a cop-out here. I just took a photo of this, and I know it looks terrible on the screen, but this is the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. team roundout. I think we need to get Agents Fitz and Simmons, if you guys watch the TV show, Melinda May, and maybe Mac. I know that creates 6 characters. We currently have Agent Coulson, Quake, and Yo-Yo, who, again, the latter 2 need to be removed from the Inhuman royal family, and like I mentioned in the previous page. I would like Fitzsimmons to be a dual model character, so that having them both on the screen at the same time, doing different things, different abilities, whatever, I think that'd be really cool. I think there should be more characters like that. I believe like Cloak and Dagger, could be suggested to have that as well, for example. Do we want Mac or May? I don't know. If you had both, it would make 6 characters, so I think we might need one or the other. Melinda May is one of the more original characters from the start of the show, but then, Mac came out later, I believe in season 2 or 3. And he was a mainstay of the show. So, also make Coulson a 100 shard unlock. The reason why I'm saying this is that there was an offer not too long ago that was 100 shards of Coulson and 2 other characters, except for that didn't actually unlock Coulson. So I think a lot of people were frustrated about that because he was 180 shard unlock. So I think that they need to do something about that and kind of make it a bit easier to unlock him. Moving on the skill part, we have Patriot and Kate Bishop. Again, more possible Young Avengers, although they could be on some other team or fill in elsewhere. Kate Bishop, I heard, might be in the Hawkeye TV show for Disney+. Also, she was in the Avengers game for the Marvel Avengers game for console and PC. And then Patriot, again, this is the Eli Bradley version, and he was the original Young Avengers character. Would also accept the Rayshawn Lucas version, which is also from the Future Champions team. I believe he's also in the Marvel Rising TV show, and they kind of teams up alongside Miss Marvel, Ironheart, and Miles, which we already have in the game. So not too bothered about this necessarily. I was trying to think of other characters, and then as a villain character, I thought of Baron Strucker. Now, I don't know if he's necessarily skill. I saw the photo here. I know Patriot's shield is kind of blocking the way, but he has like some sort of flaming fist or some sort of tech fist. I don't know. Maybe you guys know more than I do. I don't really know the lore behind Baron Strucker a lot, but a lot of the photos that I saw suggested he had some sort of flaming fist. Now, I don't know if this would then turn him into bio or a tech character. Maybe I'm wrong here. And again, another Hydra character, so that might depend on whether or not Madam Hydra / Viper made the list or not. Now, moving on to the tech wish list, we have Iron Lad, also a possible another Young Avengers. They could do something else. They could make him a power armor character. If they remove, let's say, Ironheart from there, they could add Iron Lad, or, do something else for that. He's basically young Kang the Conqueror in an alternate future. I did read the Young Avengers comics all the way through, but I'd have to go back and remember the exact specifics of that. Also on the list is Viv Vision, which is the daughter of Vision, which is a bit obvious probably, but she did mainly be on the Champions team, the Champions comics that were out in the world. I don't even know what I was about to say there. And she could be part of that WandaVision team. I mean, I could see that being a thing, maybe, because that would make 5 characters. So Wanda, Scarlet Witch, Vision, Viv Vision, and then Wiccan and Speed, maybe as a 5-some. Then Moon Knight I have here, so I don't actually know a ton about Moon Knight. To me, he looks like the Marvel's answer to Batman. He looks like a white Batman, and as far as I'm aware, I believe he is based in tech and skill, those kind of things. Like, he doesn't have any specific powers like Batman, so let me know if I'm wrong about this one. I actually had a hard time coming up with tech heroes. I had to Google this stuff for some of them, and I couldn't find any ones that aren't already in the game. So let me know if there's any like huge tech hero characters that I'm really missing out in Marvel that I just don't get. Now, the villain side of things was a bit easier for me. Now, I have MODOK here. AIM, legendary. I would love this to happen. I would love MODOK to come to the game. He was in the Marvel Avengers game as well. But could he be bio? I don't remember the origins as such. I know that he was a bit of I was gonna say technocrat, but I don't think that's the right word. Like I thought his powers was somehow related to tech. I know AIM is, you know, science-based, so I don't know if this would happen or not, or if he would be bio. But anyways, I would love MODOK to come to the game, because who wouldn't want to make AIM better? I have a lot of great red stars on some of my AIM characters, so I would love this to happen. Kang the Conqueror, another great villain character. This is a photo from Marvel Contest of Champions, I'm pretty sure, but he is in that game. Could be a potential Dark Dimension 6 character release. I know all of the Dark Dimension character releases that we've had, Ultron and Doctor Doom, are all villains. You know, maybe we could have a hero character there, but it seems like there's a trend of releasing villain characters related to Dark Dimension. Quite a popular, powerful supervillain, so who knows, maybe he might come. Ulysses Claw, this is another one here, so this was this photo here. I think that he could be added to the Wakanda team. There's already a villain Wakanda character anyways. Killmonger has a ton of teams. Like, he has Wakanda, he has Skilletary, he's got Merc's Taskmaster. You know, he's the one character that somehow seems to fill into more teams than others. So I think we need a proper fill-in for Wakanda, and that could be Claw. Maybe. That could be really neat. Hobgoblin for the Sinister Six. Again, another chargeable Sinister Six. I need a goblin with a glider, because Green Goblin never came with a glider. It was the ultimate version from the Miles movie, and I would love to see Hobgoblin come to the game with a glider. Chargeable Sinister Six blaster or something, whatever controller, it doesn't matter the tag. Bring Hobgoblin to the game so I can put him alongside my Doc Ock. And honestly, I had a hard time thinking of a lot of tech characters, so please let me know in the comments below if there's any really popular tech characters that I missed that I should have included in this video. Now moving on to Mystic, and this is sort of where we start to round things off. Odin and Valkyrie. So I think Odin definitely has legendary potential. I'm pretty sure this is a photo taken from Marvel's Ultimate Alliance 3. Make Asgardians great again. You know, this could be a late 2021 release. I don't think they're that bad still now, so I don't think that they are desperate in need of a rework or an additional character, but I think down the line they will. You know, by the end of maybe end of 2021, they'll definitely need a character to sort of make them a little bit better now. And maybe we could move Thor to the Wave 1 Avengers, and then, because his passive still works there with the charges, and it's actually not too bad, so maybe we could have an extra filler character in for the Asgardians to fill in for Thor or someone else. And then Silver Surfer, part of the Fantastic Four. You know, maybe they could retool the Fantastic Four for raids with Silver Surfer. He could have some sort of support or healing mechanic for the team to give them some sustain, or whatever kind of the passive they would want to give to him. I'm pretty sure he's a Mystic character, and he wouldn't be bio. To be honest, I haven't read the Silver Surfer comics. I'm pretty sure Galactus imbued him with powers, so I think for that point of view that he probably would be Mystic, but please let me know if I'm wrong about that one as well. And rounding things off here, Shang-Chi. We know that the Shang-Chi movie is coming out in 2021. I don't know exactly when, and I actually don't know the other characters beyond Shang-Chi. I don't know who are the characters related to sort of his series. I actually have Shang-Chi #1, which actually released not too long ago, or I guess a new version of it, but I don't remember the names of the characters in there. So again, please let me know. I think it's related to the 10 Rings, Shang-Chi and the 10 Rings or something like that, and I think the rings are like some gang stuff. Please let me know. I really need to broaden my mind about Shang-Chi a bit. And then Black Knight and Captain Britain, which I would love to be some part of some sort of creation of an Excalibur team here. I know that Black Knight as Kit Harington is going to be appearing in the Eternals movie. I don't know much more beyond that though, and I would prefer to rather have him on a team with Captain Britain than actually be as part of an Eternals team or something, because he's not an Eternal, but I hope he's not on a team with Eternals. And then I have to mention the Eternals here. I don't know much about them either, but I know that movie is coming, and they're probably going to do some sort of tie-in to the movie, and there's probably a bunch of characters here that I honestly have no clue about. So again, let me know if there's some additional characters from the Eternals that I should have considered here for that. And I'm pretty sure that's it. Yep, that's it. So we're at the end of the PowerPoint here, and these are just some of the characters that I think, and I probably missed quite a few. I missed Spider-Verse characters. You know, there's probably going to be Spider-Gwen, aka Ghost Spider. There could be a round out of that sort of Hero Spider-Verse team. Miles and OG Spider-Man. Miles is part of the Young Avengers, but I'm hoping that he gets kicked off it or shuffled off of it for other characters, and that would kind of leave them homeless. So that probably would need some fixing. And there's a couple of other characters that are probably on the bench as well. Sinister Six team. Maybe they would need to look the regular Sinister Six characters. There's a lot of people on the bench there, so I don't know. Maybe they'll do something with that in 2021. But yeah, that's my list and my both my wish list and what I think might come to the game. Let me know if there's any huge flaws here, anything that I really missed out on that I should have included. Again, since this is the end of the year or start of 2021, depending on where you are in the world and when you're watching this, I want to thank everyone again for all of your support for my channel. And you know, I wouldn't be doing this without you guys, and it's a lot of fun, and I hope to continue my videos into the new year and in 2021, and hope that you guys would support me there as well. So I want to just put a shout out and thank you to everyone who have been really great with my videos this year in 2020. And of course, since that's the end of the video, until next time guys, stay safe, and I'll see y'all later. Boylan signing out.